Hey folks, today I'm going to do a little video just concerning a little rule that I think is really strange here in Pennsylvania as far as the OHV crowd and the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, which is in charge of the ATV trails on state land. This is a strange rule. I'm going to kind of go over some things here and show you what I mean, and you can kind of let me know what you think. If you're from Pennsylvania, you'll kind of understand, what I'm talking about. Our state agencies are not very OHV friendly. Try to go over something here and show you, what I'm talking about. You can kind of let me know what you think. If you're from PA, you'll kind of know what I'm getting at. If you're not, another state you might be able to relate to. There are a lot of states that are very OHV friendly and some that just aren't, and for some reason Pennsylvania just refuses to get with the program and let people use all the land as everybody should have a right to use. But I'll go over what I'm talking about here and kind of show you what I mean. What I have here is, here's a Ram 2500 Jeep Cherokee. This thing weighs probably about 4,000 pounds. That truck probably about 7. We got a dual sport motorcycle and a side-by-side Can-Am which weighs about 1,200 pounds. The bike probably about 300. Now, kind of the point I'm going to make, DCNR in the state forest here in PA, we have shell roads, which consist of shell consistency like this, and we also have what's known as drivable trails, which are basically like this through the woods, Jeep type trail that's posted, that's open to licensed motor vehicles. Okay, so now my point is, this is a licensed motor vehicle through the Department of Motor Vehicles. Licensed motor vehicle through the DMV. This is registered through the DCNR. So this vehicle has license and this vehicle has a registration and insurance, registration and insurance on the bike through DMV. The UTV has registration and insurance, but through DCNR. Now, as far as on the shell roads or the drivable trails, what are you allowed to use on them? You would think you're allowed to use this because it pays into the DCNR fund, ATV fund, and not this, and not this. But in Pennsylvania, on the drivable trails on DCNR state forest, you're allowed to use this, and this, which is all registered through the motor vehicle division, which is all for motor vehicles. This machine, which is registered through DCNR and pay registration to DCNR, required to have insurance, you cannot operate this vehicle on the shell roads in the state forest or on the drivable trails, which is ridiculous to me. This vehicle weighs 7,000 pounds and has 35-inch tires on it. Like I said, this vehicle weighs 4,000 pounds right here. The dual sport motorcycle, 300 pounds. This weighs 1,200. Now, to me, I would rather have this 1,200 pound machine going back a dirt trail, which would do less wear and tear, than this 7,000 pound vehicle, in which I go to my cabin, which is near the state forest, and I always hunt every week in archery season for 1 week. Last year it rained basically every day, and we go back a drivable trail to hunt where we go, and I used this truck every day back the drivable trail, and it made an absolute mess out of the drivable trail. It destroyed it for everybody that was going back, because I had to take this truck back the drivable trail with these 35-inch tires and the 7,000 pound weight. If I would have used this, I could have used this all week and you would have barely even known I was back there hunting on that drivable trail. So I just don't get it. I mean, this should be allowed to be used back there. It'd be less wear and tear on the road, less maintenance compared to, this is a 1,200 pound vehicle. The truck is give or take 7,000 pounds. The Cherokee here, I think that's give or take 4,000 pounds. If I was a private landowner, I would say, if somebody asked me for permission on their ground, I would say, yeah, go ahead and bring this on. I don't mind if you use this, but I do not want you driving back through my trails on either one of these vehicles and making them too wide and sinking into the mud and making a mess and causing large ruts. And of course the dual sport is allowed on, even though it's registered to the Motor Vehicle Fund. So people in Pennsylvania, you'll get my frustration. All you guys in PA will understand. Now some of you in PA may not agree with it, but I don't understand why this machine here is not allowed on a drivable trail when you pay into the DCNR fund and it's required to have insurance and registration, just the same as these vehicles right here in the background. So there you go. Put some comments down below if you're from PA or you're from out of state. Let me know how your state is, or you know, how you feel about it. You may not agree with me if you're from PA, but I just don't understand why they would want a heavier vehicle with larger tires going back tearing the road up, as opposed to a small light vehicle like this, which is paying into their fund to help maintain the roads. So I'll see you next vid. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, and get outside. Thanks.